Good afternoon and welcome to Sport On. Today re liba yalo ipankanyo kana preparation salo tsa setlhopha sa rona sa borre tsa football alo e leng the Zebras. O ka kologela the Zebras o iponetse phatla ma 24 teams salo ka ko Morocco AFCON 2025 alo. Re liba yalo mo letsatsi la gompieno ipaka ya setlhopha mo lebaleng ya ka re coach Marana Rabo re bula setsantsitse the team list yalo 34 players, 32 players plus the 4 reserves alo. Re leba gapeletsa administrative yalo re tlhaloga re partners of jump on board re go na le ba leja ba travel telecommunications partners yalo maina ke ka bela Morana ben welcome to Sport On. Tsatsi la gompieno go tshwara kganyele nna ke na le from Botswana Football Association e le chief executive officer le Mfolo Mfolo a patilo alo ke a football analyst yalo Regime George. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank
you Mfolo. Go motho a sengwe la go yana Mfolo gore you guys said you've taken deliberate steps alo so re avoid the international break ya ene tswa mo gona November yalo go ngela motho a ka batla go itsala o go re tsele lenano la lona from tsatsi la gompieno team tsala mo campaign go tlheleng game ya rona ka December.
Okay, thank you, KB. Let me also thank the Jimmy here with us in the studio. Me gape ke dumedise ba bogedi ko lapeng le go go batho ba le teng kana ba mo dikoleng kana ko batle ba le teng hela. Yeah, ja ka o bonile na la rona re simotse mo re bitsa re ke the Zebras campaign, Football Unites. Re simotse ra ka thankgodiso ya gore every Friday sontse re apara mebala ya rona ya bo setšhaba the Zebras. E tsore ke mebala ya lehatshe la rona. And then after that re ne ra kopana ka la bobedi ko ne re morena ra more bodi announce the technical and the team ile gore ya gone ko AFCON me gape be re bolla jersey the official stripes gore tla be re dirisa gone ko Morocco, and then also be re unveil other partners ba gore tla be re na le bona. But like you are saying, the plan is there. Tota team itla simola go tsena mo campus this weekend. Nka be ne tsene gone immediately after the announcement, but ba liki ba kupile gore ba heletse di game ka weekend. But basically the first week is mainly for medical tests or medical exam. So it's not that it's an intensive. They have to do ba check dipelo, all the exams still gore they are tlhokagala. It's prescribed by the CAF. And then the second stage is send off. Ka di 3 tsa December. Team tla be still full in camp. And then after the send off, there will be just a small camp. More team tla mela ka di 7 tsa December. And then we'll be based at Tunisia. Yeah, no, go Tunisia go. We are going to play 2 international friendly matches. The FIFA week, which we traded to the Premier League. We are going to play against Mali, and we are going to play against Comoros. And how the choice of the sides is deliberate, because we say Mali is very strong. Closer to Senegal, it will help us. Comoros, most of the players, they play in the French league, the small leagues in French, but very strong. You have also players who go to DRC, Benin. So you can see the choice is deliberate to really help us when you go to Morocco. Yeah.
Jimmy George, 26 days left, 3 weeks and 2 days. Ho ngare ha re lebile malo re Mfolo atlangana ka go BFA yalo. Ibile re lebile the last time we played an international game re the Zebras scale. How ready do you think it will be by the time it is Senegal alo ka December?
I think re taba really ready. Kore ska ra itebatsa gone gore Premier League ke ile yalla. E kopa jalo gore bo re Mfolo ba e golle. Ba ikemele ka bonosi me ba re le product e batlang go e rana. And let's trust the product. Let's trust what these players are playing. The league has never stopped. Ne re ka tshogahane le dikala go ngwekila ya mabere hey batsamiki ba rona. Me ba ba se mo Premier League ya rona ba kontle ko le gone go a tshamekiwa. A ke dumela gore go kana le e pegape program e hapegile e ka nna le baka le thata go eta se ba se hiwa gompieno e gongwe ne re kallela bikele hitleng ele me re Mfolo e tlhatswitse gore di-game tsa teng ba buisane. So ke nna ke dumela la gore preparation re prepared jaaka re ka nna prepared. Football it's a very slow process and ga re ka kry-a ga gona la ka re ka fast tracker ga re leng teng ka di-game di pehela kana ka program e pehela go gore ga kolo se tswele teng ga re batla gore re ne prepared for the next AFCON ka bo re simolotsa maabane.
mo yona re setse ke le mo wena Jimmy jalo batswanne ba supa bo Mfolo go le BFA yalo ka monana ba re le re tima di-friendly tima team e nako ya go prepare yalo. Look at these 2 games tse ra go di tshameka, will they be enough ebile gongwe ya ka re Mfolo na tlhalosa re ba le ile mabaka a fe gore ba choose the team tse are they the right opponents especially the 3 games tsa the group stages?
Yeah, I think it's always easy to criticize BFA, but in all honesty, that's how the world works. The world of football e bereka jalo. Ha gona team ipe na le dispensation ipe e hapegile. Because ha ne mantse ba tshamekile di team tse ne di tlo go nna reluctant go ba release. Re tlhola re tabo re la gape re bo Mfolo. Nya ako le developing players tse dinye di tshameke mo Champions League re batla go bona di players tsa mo Champions League. Ha ba tshameka mo Champions League di team tsele bo Barcelona ne ba ka se ba batle go ba release. So go na le one that conundrum and re balance ya gore ka e balance ka gore go re a re le ke gona le ke ya rene strong and I'm saying le ke ya rena ga ise yemi le ke ya rena no lone e lwala space ya yona rightfully so ba re nya me le rona re heng se baka sa gore re tswele di se league momentum on it and the excitement ya league how wa itse KB gompieno e monate mo go maso ebile ga re batho bana e break it's unfortunate gore AFCON but de re batla gore di ke rena e tswelle e tshamekwe and the nice part ke gona gore ano ha di game di tswella bo di 25 AFCON e tshamekwe a jalo ke se re tlo go se kopang gore le ke rena hela a nne jalo ka ha re bona nthelwa tele monatwane ka teng. So tota hela let's not blame BFA a re hela re let's do better re ka ira botoka jang re ka supporta team ya rona. I think hela in terms of standards of football re batlang gore be re teng but there's always room for improvement.
Mfolo nga dumela re at the stage no re setse ka bekinyana tsa pedi tse tharo before Morocco. The most important stakeholder gona ke the player and technical staff go mo gare gongwe a re lebile yone squad se ska sana se ka tere ka tsole fela gore se ka go trimmer le ntho re khwana maybe le re tsama ka number e ka ya le go ya ko Morocco.
Yeah, I think that is a very good question. I think people should understand our the regulations tsa AFCON. First you announce the 55. Yeah. From the 55, that 55, which is our competition management system, the CMS. You are not going to take any other player outside that 55. You are still going to drip in that 55. Now the next stage, the next stage before we go to Morocco or to the camp at Tunisia, we should be at 26.
26.
Yeah.
Yes.
28 maybe it will be the costs that will be taken by the association. But now when you get to Morocco, CAF will only cater for 26.
26.
Yeah.
Yes.
So variably I would say there's that number. There's gonna be, and I think the coach wants to go with 28, which is okay. Yeah, but 26 will also be ideal. But those are the stages. It's 55, and then going to Morocco at the tournament, it should be 26.
26 me alo pay match day go tsanalo 23 alo
match day. Yeah, pay match day is 23.
All right. Ile re Mfolo alo mo se se tla re tse alo a short break re tla ba re tsola alo ka thulaganyaro. Welcome back to Sport One. Sport One ano motshwara gompieno ga go la re tshwara le tsone preparation ya readiness as a Brazil ahead of the AFCON 2025 finals. Lo mo studio le setse kana le Mfolo, the chief executive officer ka go BFA yalo le re Jimmy Jalo le football analyst yalo go ga re setse re le gone gore bona on Tuesday yalo re marana ra bora buda Villa squad sa gago itse re le gone ka go le center ka ba kopana le one of our reporters alo re Mqondisi Dube had a short chat with him a rutla rena ba re
very much. There are a couple aspects we have to look into. One, the current form. Two, the previous performance. Three, age. Four, obviously, would be the players that with experience. So we had to look into that and make sure that we try and combine the four in making sure that we select the team. That is why when you look at the group, it has also young boys like Ramoahi, Inosa, and many other young players. So we tried to make sure that we balance. We also have experienced players like Mosha, TT, and we also look at the players that have been performing well, who have been very consistent. No one would really question the selection of Thabo Maponda. I think has been outstanding. Thabang Sising has been very, very outstanding, very, very consistent. And no one really would have ignored the impact that Omar Tlakebatu brought from injury, scoring goals, creating chances, and these are players that we simply say their current form made them to be selected for the national team. Their previous performances has made us to make a solid decision and say these are the people we are taking. So these are some of the things that we had to look into, and that is why we had to come up with the team. To be honest with you, that is why we also have 4 standbys. Reason being, those are the players also that we felt that they've been doing well, and if we were to consider them, it would have just been easy for us to say these are the people that can come in, add value, do the business for us. But at the end of the day, we had to choose players whom we feel that will go out and represent the country.
Yes, coach. In terms of preparations, there have been concerns that probably the team hasn't played enough friendly matches, hasn't prepared enough. Are you happy with how it has proceeded?
I want us to be worried if we are not going to prepare well. Preparation meaning number of training sessions, number of contact sessions you have with the players, number of friendly games you play, and be able to make reference and be able to look back and say these are the mistakes, these are the positives from the friendly game, and those are the things that leads you to a tournament. And if we can manage to get those ones right, then I can simply say we are on the right track. We'll be able to perform well, we'll be able to do well, and I believe that it is possible. We can do that.
Any friendly matches lined up before the tournament?
Yes, we're going to have friendly games obviously with clubs. We're going to have friendly games with national teams. In our second phase of the preparation, we're going to have friendly games with the national teams, because that's the most important thing. That's what we are going to do, and we have already arranged that. We have already characterized and profiled teams that we need to play against, so that they give us exactly what we need, especially for that level we are going to.
Then the group itself, Senegal, DRC and Benin. What are your chances of emerging from this group?
For every Goliath, there is David, and that's my statement. We go to the tournament as underdogs, it's a fact, and we need to embrace that, we need to respect that, and we need to leave the tournament as legends, as great players, as great technical team, and we'll do our best to make sure that we get that respect, we get that recognition. We are not going to go there and add numbers, but we are going there to compete, and we'll do our best.
Okay, Jimmy George o tlile alo head coach alo morana ra bore bua bua o bile mabaka le gore na pikile team ya a lebile ona le go tsala ra utlwala me a lebile nka re period a rona e khutshwanya le lebile program ga go alo o ka re gongwe sa se bua re in every David there's a Goliath, you are going as Goliath lebile how are chances ka o lebile santsa se bua
Yeah, now we had a defect tse di buelela. Senegal qualified for the World Cup, favorites to win the tournament. Oga pick up Morocco, the host.
Yes.
Pick Algeria, top 3. How lebella Benin, they missed going to the World Cup by whisker. The best team for the longest time among South Africa and Nigeria.
Was Benin.
And yeah, Benin. And if one would argue, if South Africa did not have the privilege of playing away games home, maybe we could be talking a different story. Benin would be in the World Cup. DRC beat Nigeria. Also, they have a chance of going to the World Cup. So yes, it's a no-brainer. We are the underdogs, but yeah, it's but it is the size of the dog in the fight, not the size of the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog, not the size of the dog in the fight. So yeah.
Prepared for such a brutal team at the group ya loreng for go batla gore ebe everything se se kwa ntle ga lebala se re preparile sentle yalo malobalo ya ka no mention ga dile mention di partner tsa rona from insurance telecommunications malema ka motloka merse se re itse gore BFA over the past decade or so ntse e bua gore ya rena madi was the budget enough or sonto shota ha kai re tsamaya ha ka yalo on the everything of field preparations.
Yeah, look, Kebi, in every country, the national team belongs to government.
Yes.
Government will always remain the main sponsor for the national team. What Rona we should be doing as an association, and I think we have tried doing that, is only that the economy is fatigued, is to get partners like St. Louis, Botswana, MultiChoice, CIB Insurance, and telecommunications partners. So this is what we have really tried to do. But the space is still open because it is important, no matter what, you have to incentivize the players. Money will always come as a big motivation when you go to this tournament. And don't listen to people when they say that money is not a motivator. This is the biggest tournament in Africa.
Yes.
For the football space. It is the biggest. So you need to go there with the right mind setup, right mentality, and you must also try to alleviate any discourse in the camp. So this is what we are trying, and we are also working closely with the FUB so that when you go there, we go there as a unit. We should be lining up a meeting next week when the team is fully in camp. We sign the contracts, the code of conduct, and just to close the gap so that when you go there, the steam is now right. Yeah.
Ke a utlwa re Mfolo a le me ka re bua in other sporting codes are ya ko regional or continental or world stage tournament alo go nna utlwa go te mama wa ipela re 1 million ha re ka wina o mare 2 million ha re ka wina rona mo football yeah only left 3 weeks era go didimetsa era go nka se se bakwa ke bile how bad or good is it for morale di players tsa rona?
No, but I think before we leave, there are some when you deal with partners, there are some contractual obligations that you need to honor. Well, we now know that St. Louis is there, so there are some things that we need to tap with them. But I think before we leave, as a form of transparency, the nation would know what is there and what is going to happen.
All right. Jimmy George go mo thagare somebody incentive di tsia pressure mo di player re tlo re so le fetse 1 million e motho overdo a dilo e ba senya thata ba o ba re mo di ka mo motivate what's your thought on go in there di bona sa dilo tsa mo dono?
Yeah, ka ra fula buile totala they're always welcome, and one thing that you should not miss is the status that these players have earned.
Yes.
Yeah, now they're big boys, and we need to incentivize them accordingly. It's not the call of the government; it's the call of all of us, private sector involved, Lerona, and those guys are our ambassadors. We don't want to see them in a sorry state. So the time is now. And I keep e seng le mmenyana go utlwala re tsenye lentswana gore ha ba tswa kwa le bone ba kgone gore ba kgothane ba kgone gore ka moso ha ba bolelela bana ba bannye kana bana ba ba bona ba botsa gore ke mang o kgatlisang le go teng ke kileng a re a emela lehatshe ko AFCON. So totally ke story tse le gore ga di a tshwana gore ke narrative e sa tshwana go dramiwa ke BFA. Should be termed by us journalists le batho mo space re go kgona go affecta change re bua le tsone di organizations because totala ga se kganya bone ke kganya ya rona re le Batswana gore re ipele re itumele ka ba setse mone ba ba iphisitse ba itirile ba ikintse setlhabelo gore ro emela lehatshe la rona ro lwa le bagaka ba bangwe re lwa re tshwere flaga ya Botswana.
mme go motho a ka re a mo a lebile wa re a lebela ka re ko South Africa ba tsa 1 pula ka tsa 50 tebe go mo gongwe is it affected though?
I think they've come to terms with the reality. Ha ke le ko GU o ko Sundowns wa amogela bokae.
Ya gona.
Ha ke le ko GU le big team pla ra se kukhune go mpeta ka ma. I think they've come to terms with that and they know what to do. Ba jule platform ke gone gore ba ye kwa and ha le gore ba compare le South Africa. The good news is that ha ba ka performa sentle mo di gaming tsele ba ka hela ba ile ko Europe ba amogela go etsa ba South Africa. So tota hela there's a game of possibilities and the stage is set for them.
All right, so re ga go gapetsa Jimmy George ka tse se ba ka se re bo the short break tla tswala be ka puisa.
That was the original thought. We wanted to remix the old kit. We wanted to, but then again we felt maybe we should just introduce a new kit because we've got grand designs for that old kit. There's something that we want to do with it. It's going to be monumental. We hear about it, but so that's why we decided to just let it be for now.
Yeah, in terms of you've been associated with the Zebras, the first AFCON, now the second. How proud is Olkasi to be associated with such feats?
We're very proud of that. We're very proud and humbled also because, I don't know if you know the story of how Olkasi came into the football space, It was just a spur of the moment thing where we felt like, look, we can do this. We felt the national team was being disrespected by the previous partner. So by then we hadn't even made one football shirt. But we said as a clothing company, we can't call ourselves a clothing company if we cannot make just 11 shirts and 11 shorts and 11 pairs of socks. So that's how we approached the BFA and told them, look, we want to dress you and the rest is history, like they say. But we are very, very proud of BFA. Yeah.
Ke go amogela le motswane e tshwerena le ene re Mfolo Mfolo from BFA le Jimmy George alo Mfolo Mfolo tla re yana re at the start of this week re bona no re bolla yone mebala a rona the blue black and white alo very nice kids alo ka by Olkasi lo ka brand alo go motho a ka re tsayela through the journey la gore kit e inspireilwe ke eng it's re lebaka le ka ya go di price alo re ka khaba ka ya lo se ka 3 weeks.
Well, I think Ludo was there from Olkasi. He made the story about the design of the jersey. He was talking more about the diamonds, the pride and joy of Botswana, how the diamond has contributed to the economy of this country since 1969, when the diamonds were discovered. So I think he put up a very good story about that. That's why Obanam, it's a very good kit. It's available from tomorrow from the markets. JB Sport at BFA. The Honogo Olkasi shops. The stripes will be selling at $4.99.
$4.99.
Yeah, Pula.
599 pula 500 pula ya lo so wa go
yeah.
Gone go ntsa price ngwe a lebile the economical escape ya rona defense tsa rona tsa bolo ya lo mo Botswana le ba esemba bolo. Well, you see that ke price le gore e tshwanetse go le kana go lebile le one gore the product that you are getting from Olkasi also the quality at yalo is it fair kana gongwe rena ka ka kana ka seno ka batswa?
And I think it's a fair price. I get it. You want to do you are looking at the profit margin from the production costs. And remember, we made it very clear that we want this stripe to sell, such that part of the money also we put on the incentives that you play. So I think it's good because the profit margin alone, it's not that it's too big. Yeah.
Jimmy George mo akare batswala ka bontsi a AFCON ba re compare back to 2012 the first time we went there. Bangwe ba re morale no le go godimo, bangwe ba re kitisa bo le ntshitse ebile no gona le special edition 1000 by the same sponsor yalo gore do ditsa bolo go irwa gompieno ka re ba feel wa re ka re mo le potlapotleng yalo. Do you think it's justified alo football re Mfolo ba supia ka monana wa re ya ngare le late alo ebile a go correct gore ba re compare le this is the first time ever our debut ka 2012?
Yeah, comparison and late, but a lot has happened since. And ra bona katlego mo international staging, mo athletics. Re similar we win the medal go the Olympic, so yeah, we are bound to compare, but reha and na ke kopala gore batswana ba re ke mebala manato wa ke gore AFCON e takana kwa Christmas gore ke mebala go kgabiwe re support team ya rona mo semo se re le mo go sone sa semo sa go supa ka menwana ke semo sa gore ya nong re tshwaragane ka matsogo re tswe mo menwana re tsene matsogo re tshwaragane ka matsogo rally behind our team. We have a good team, we have a young team, and ba tloga le support ya rona and go mo go tlo go nna monate le go heta ke gore batho ba le ko magaeng ne ke bolela ba ke re mo mahilong a boroba sogo a itlhalang go rekisiwa dilo tse di tsididi batho ba tlo go boelwa ba ungwela ka gone gore ba o lebella metshameko gone ko ba le ko magaeng yaanong le ga lengwe le na le motshameki wa bone yaanong kgang ke gone yala gore a re ba supporte gongwe ba katla ya ka re mo re bule ba katla ba re makaditse ka gore ba mo groupung e thata ga re na ke re ga ke sologele ka gore team ga e strong ka re sologelo a mehela e bolwa ke gore re mo groupung e thata me team e ka nna ya re makatsa ra bona phenyo e nngwe hela kana tse pedi.
Cape Verde was also strong. That's qualified for the World Cup.
Yes.
Mauritania is strong. Egypt was strong. It has qualified for the World Cup. So anything is possible.
So kana se iragala ka ko Morocco go before re kgagana re Mfolo le go ka tla re tsolofeleng from BFA you close words from now until re tsa Senegal alo ka December 26 or
no, like Jimmy has said, the campaign is on. We want Botswana to rally behind the team. Our beverage partner in St. Louis, Rebecca Lady Council, will be having the fanfare parks. So we want Botswana to really rally behind the team. Still, like we are saying, the space is still available for the corporate world to come on and try to put what they can put to motivate the team.
Jimmy alo libile alo yana from rona ba re kontle ba re bitsa di critic alo ba rata go supa ka monana ba re Mfolo ka monana alo. What do you think alo, are we ready, are we not, what could have done better gere se iranya alo in preparation?
Ya ga ke buile na ke dumela hela gore nature ya football, international football e ntsalo e re tima di preparations tse di tshwana le tsa football tsa bo pre-season gore e tele gore you can pick and choose the opponents of some kind of and again the expenses involved. You know ha ile gore batla go bitsa team ya West Africa you know gore madi a teng go run into millions and how yeah maybe cut in between
even South Africa I believe they're expensive these days.
Yeah totala go dingalo gore re ka goroga mo di preparations gore re ka tara khotsogala ra re di bone ha ngo bile di a timela gore le bone batho ba busy ba re gore batla go tshameka the quality that you want to play kana go ga ba kgone go release di player tsa bone go tshameka di friendly games tsa te so go na le one ke tsa go ya te me hala nna se ke se itumela ke gore le ke a rona one ga ise gore le di ke sepe ya ba tshameki wa mo league ba sia a re lweng ka se re nang le sone a re bona gore go ntse jang re tata re evaluate re tse re report ya mokatisi le ena re bolela mathata kana sa se itemogetseng se mo limitile ha go rona le limitation me hela pele ga mo sengwe le sengwe se siameng we've earned our right ebile ga ra tsena ka back door we've earned our right
Yes.
and a re nne le confidence le pride ora gore re qualify le re na le tsone di-team tsele a ro mekamekana le tsone
re Mfolo be re di bone e ntsang technical team ya rona le ke tlhaloga ya coach Morena, coach Wosesabo, coach Ponsomilo Piromole as the first assistant coach. Who are the rest of the personnel er na lo mo squad ya lo kana re se re decide further on there?
Well, the structure is prescribed because there should be a medic, the doctor, the physiotherapist. I think we will bless this time around. China will coming, and then video analyst also very important. So that is the structure, and I think that's how it is at the CAF. So we are fine.
All right. Borra tla ke tse sebaka se ke le bagala gore be le ena le rona mo sport no tsatsi la gompieno ke re best of luck bona go BFA go banka etsa setlhopha ebile re le batswana ra re team e botoka re tsene go di group stages senyalo re matchalo the mess yalo on two times yalo one group stages yalo that would be nice yalo re le batswana mo ga ila rona ke a leboga Jimmy George ke a leboga re Mfolo yalo.
Thank you, Kevin.
Koleboga
Thank you
rona,
very
Kevin.
much. Yeah. Have a good day.
E ke tse sebaka se le ya go leboga go ga yalo motswane etso gore bona le rona mo tsela go bele ke sport on every Friday at lunchtime ke go leboga.